What if I told you that 1 out of every 5 homes sold in the US is now being bought by investors? And here is the surprising part: investors' purchases actually increased at the end of 2025, even while many regular buyers stepping back because of high interest rates. So what does this mean for you as a home buyer, seller, or investor in today's market? Are investors taking over the housing market, or are they seeing an opportunity most buyers are missing? Stay with me because the latest Redfin Investors Report for Q4 2025 reveals some very interesting trends. My name is Rizwan Pasha, and I'm a broker in Mountain House, Northern California. Investors' activity increased again. The latest data from Redfin's Investors Report for the fourth quarter of 2025 shows that investors' purchases rose again after several slow quarters. Investors bought about 47,000 homes in Q4 2025, which represents roughly 20% of all home sales in United States. This means 1 out of every 5 homes sold was purchased by an investor. Compared to the previous years, investors' purchases grew around 3 to 4%. That increase may sound small, but it shows that investors are returning to the market even with higher interest rates. Why investors are coming back? So, why are investors returning to the market? There are 3 main reasons. First, home prices in some areas have stabilized, giving investors confidence to buy again. Second, many investors are paying cash, which means interest rates do not impact them as much as regular buyers. And third, rents remain strong in many markets, making rental properties attractive again. Investors are focusing on market where rent demand is high and home prices are more affordable. Investors prefer affordable homes. Another key trend from the report is that investors are targeting lower priced homes. Most investors' purchases are in entry level or mid price homes, not luxury homes. Why? Because affordable homes often produce better rental returns. As simple as this. This can create more competition for first time buyers, especially in affordable neighborhoods. Investors are also selling homes. Interestingly, investors are not only buying homes, they are also selling some properties they bought earlier. Some investors are taking profits after the price increase of the last few years. Others are reducing their portfolios due to higher insurance, maintenance, and financing cost. This means the investor's activity is both buying and selling, which helps keep inventory moving in the market. What this means for buyers if you are home buyers. This report tells us something important. You may still compete with investors in certain markets, especially for starter homes and rental friendly properties. But remember this: most investors look for specific numbers they work financially. If a property is priced too high or needs major repairs, investors usually step away. That can create opportunity for regular buyers. What this means for sellers: investors can sometimes be a strong source of demand. Investors often make fast offer and sometimes pay cash. However, they typically want a discount or value opportunity. So the best strategy is to price the home correctly for both buyers and investors. What this means for the 2026 market: the big takeaway from this report is that investors are still active in the housing market. They did not disappear, even after interest rates increased. But the pace of investors buying is much slower than during the 2021 housing boom. For 2026, most analysts expect investors' activity to remain steady but selective. Investors will likely continue focusing on cash flow, rental demand, and affordable market. If you found this information helpful, please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next real estate market update. And if you would like a complimentary home value review or market consultation, feel free to reach out to me. I am always happy to help buyers, sellers, and investors understand what is happening in the market. My name is Rizwan Pasha, a real estate broker in Mountain House, Northern California. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to helping you make smart real estate decisions. Until next time.